Hello, my name is Tollis, and this is my classmate Willi. Over the past several months, we've been working hard on a service learning government project with the Handley Regional Library. Our task was to research and plan a new library proposed to be built in the Gainesboro district.
Handley Regional Library provides public library access to Frederick County, Clark County, and City of Winchester. These libraries provide informational resources as well as internet access to local citizens. All three libraries have a shared budget of $3 million, which come from city and county budget, local citizens, and state funding from Library of Virginia.
Our task was to determine community interests in building a small library in the Gainesboro district. Our proposed location for the library is next to the land where the new Frederick County Middle School will be built. Construction of the middle school will begin this coming fall. This library would be co-located, meaning it would be tied in with the Handley Regional Libraries to allow closer access for people who live in the 22603 Gainesboro district. The proposed site is 9 miles away from Handley Library, meaning that to people living in Gainesboro, they need to drive a round trip of about 30 minutes or longer just to get to the library. Having a closer library would make it a lot more convenient for people that would otherwise have to commute this distance to go to a library.
A library can go along with helping out the community. Libraries supply summer reading programs, meeting spaces, along with a place to study. Summer reading programs promote reading to kindergarten through 5th grade students. These programs promote healthy reading habits at a young age. Computers offered at the library would benefit citizens in many ways by allowing them to type papers, send emails, and even search for jobs. Handley Regional Libraries provide access to Microsoft Office software, which is necessary for students to complete homework assignments.
To determine the level of community interest in building a library in the Gainesboro district, we created a survey. It included questions about if they have a library card, what zip code they live in to see if they live in the area the library would be built, and questions like how often they would use the library and what type of resources they would use. Our survey showed a tremendous amount of support from the community. About 56% of the people we surveyed said they would use the library more than one time a week, and around 80% said they would use it at least once a month.
Out of 54 responses, 65 of the results came from people who lived in 22602 and 22603 area, which is Winchester City in the Gainesboro district. To get an idea of how underserved the Gainesboro district is, we contacted the Frederick County IT department for some numbers. We found out that 22% of the population is covered by wired internet or cable, and 11% use dial-up or wireless service. That means over 2/3 of the area does not have internet access. Satellite access for internet is an option for citizens, but nearly isn't as fast.
As you can see from these statistics, a library built in the Gainesboro area will be very beneficial, not only for people who are coming to get books, but especially for students and other people who need more reliable access to the internet. As students, we realize how important computers are. We use computers for completing assignments, collaborating on projects, and doing research. Internet access was a vital part of our service learning project. We use it every day to keep in touch with our supervisor, look up information, and communicate with people.
The picture shows the Gainesboro Elementary School, the right side, as well as the site for the new Frederick County Middle School, which is on the left side. The small red box on the left is the proposed location for the library.
Here is the site plan of the new Frederick County Middle School given to us by Mr. Willi. The library is best suited to be next to the building shown on the picture. It is not directly connected, but it will share access to the school parking lot and roads to enter the school.
If built, the library would be around 3,000 to 5,000 square feet with 2 floors. The site has a moderate slope, so therefore it makes more sense to have a 1-story library with a walkout basement. The bottom floor could be used as extra storage space.
Since this will be a public building, it will need to meet ADA standards, which stands for the Americans with Disabilities Act. This means there has to be a public access to restrooms along with ramps in the front to make it wheelchair accessible. Ramps are needed since the building is too small to have an elevator. If any expansion is needed in the future, the bottom floor could be open to the public, and a ramp could be built outside to allow wheelchair access to the bottom floor.
A rough estimate for cost of construction for the library is $1.5 to $2 million. The library would be open from 4 to 8, Monday through Friday, and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturdays. There would be no fees to access computers, internet, and/or books. In conclusion, we understand that the county budget is very tight, but building a library would be a great investment for the community. It would provide Gainesboro District with summer reading programs, internet, and computer access. This library would help students with homework and promote healthy reading habits for generations to come.
I'd like to give a special thanks to Mr. John Huddy, Mr. Carr, Mr. Wayne Lee, Mr. Robert Yost, Mr. Walter Banks, and Ms. Tara Wolver.
Would Mr. John Honey please come forward to accept our token of appreciation and a gift?